I requested to leave first, but on more neutral terms on the 26th of January.
Obviously, I chopped this up and Frankenstein together this little segment to give you a very concise timeline. So, Selin made a post about how she's going to need to take some time away after an accident that landed her in the hospital. Everything was very vague. Eventually, she explains that she's been discharged from the hospital, and then shortly thereafter, Niji-sanji English branch announced the termination of Selin Tatsuki. The termination letter is very poorly explained as to why she's exactly being fired. Now, when it comes to VTubers, there's two ways that departing the company goes. One is a graduation stream, where they graduate from the company and it means that they are leaving on good terms. So they have like a big send-off farewell stream, and that's the end of it. Sail off into the sunset, sunshine and rainbows, and then happy ending. You get the good ending. Or there's this, where you just get publicly terminated and just fucking slapped down by the company like this. And in this case, obviously, Selin got the latter, where they just said, she's gone.
There's no need
now,
for the
if you're not familiar with VTubing, when you sign with an agency like Niji-sanji, they basically own you. They give you your VTuber avatar, they own all of your socials, your channels, everything. You are unable to operate with any type of autonomy. You are under their thumb, and they basically own all of it. So, she lost access to everything here, and she actually didn't even know she was being terminated. She found out when this tweet dropped. They didn't even notify her. And the tweet, again, is very poorly explaining things. They talk about Selin like it's a fucking IKEA furniture tutorial on how to put it together. It's just like talking about a bunch of nonsense about authorization flows not making sense and whatever. And then they cite like the music video and how when she made the tweet that management took it down, it damaged their brand and caused problems for them, this and that. It was just fucking stupid. A bunch of dirty barnacles. And then Selin went to her original account, her original brand of Doki Bird, to explain what actually happened, is that due to the harassment and bullying and the toxic environment Niji-sanji created, she made an attempt on her own life and landed in the hospital. Luckily, she survived and is still with us today, but she no longer would be silenced by this company and bullied into being silent, so she started to explain what happened behind the scenes that led to all of this stress and all of these problems. She lawyered up and is engaged in now a legal battle with Niji-sanji, presumably, that is being worked on. And that is where all of this really started. That's when the floodgates opened. And with all of this information out there now, people were able to go back to some previous Niji-sanji talent with a finer tuned comb and see that the signs of a sinking ship had been there for quite a while. Signs of a company that mistreats its employees, signs of a company that is mismanaged and just downright diabolical behind closed doors, and I want to go over that, because we have a lore master in the comments section of a live stream fails clip that I think does an extraordinary job of just laying all of this information out. So our guide is WeebShitter69. A great name for a great philosopher. So, WeebShitter starts by explaining what Niji-sanji is and how big Niji-sanji is, and then takes us back to the past. March 10th, 2023, one of Niji-sanji's newer talents, Zion Lanza, was terminated, fired, publicly, and then put out this bullet point list of the infractions that they accrued. And at the time, people sided with Niji-sanji, but then stated that the way they handled it was a little unprofessional, especially coming from a multi-million-dollar company, and just overall not great. But since Zion no longer had access to their accounts, she returned to her original account that she had before joining, which was Sayu Synchronicity. Now, if you've followed this story for a while, you've probably seen this meme tossed around about Sayu was right, or Sayu trying to warn us, and this is what they're referring to. On that account, she revealed more information about her own experiences inside the company, hinting at a toxic environment, incompetent management, and bullying, stealth suspensions, etc. And she further stated that she hopes other talent realize their own worth and that they deserve better. Some people sided with Sayu, but most didn't at the time. Then in May of 2023, Selin Tatsuki hosts a contest letting her fans design her next outfit. Niji-sanji management tried to put a stop to the very act of compensating the artists for their designs, while also trying to assert that artists who enter the contest should hand over the rights to the artwork for free.
Remaining.
Selin refuses this notion and pays the winners out of her own pocket instead. She, a while after that, hinted that management no longer allowed her to organize events anymore, which sounds about par for the course for a company like Niji Sanji, where July 8th of 2023, Mina Kosaka graduated, meaning they left on good terms, had a farewell stream, but then comes back later with V Shoujo, which is another VTuber agency, as Matara Khan. That information will be pertinent later. August 27th of 2023, Mista Rias also graduates, saying that he was burnt out and no longer had any drive, and reappeared shortly after as K9 Kudo, as the first male VTuber in V Shoujo. Again, information that'll be important here soon. Once they settled in, statements from both of them saying how surprised they were that management in V Shoujo were actually helping them achieve their creative aspirations started to come out, and how they finally feel like they have worth after being repeatedly told by some that they did not, strongly echoing Sayu's previous statements, even revealing that they did not receive the YouTube plaques on their own channels during their time in Niji Sanji, but rather that the company kept them. So, Niji Sanji kept the plaques from the YouTube channels, meaning the 100,000 subscriber play button or the gold play button for 1 million. The talent didn't even see that, which is just such a scummy thing to do, obviously. Now, while Sayu was a relatively new member of Niji Sanji at the time, Mina and Mista were considered a cornerstone, thus the tide started to slowly turn. And then they jump a bit forward in the timeline, and that's when they fast forward to the Selen Christmas catastrophe with the music video that got taken down by management. And then in January, with the departure of Pomu Rainpuff, more people started to wonder how bad things were at Niji Sanji. Pomu Rainpuff was one of their biggest VTubers and shocked everyone when they announced their graduation in January. And it was even more shocking when people didn't hear from Selen since they were friends. So that's when people started to worry about her safety. And then in February, another liver named Kyo Kaneko announced the graduation, which again brought the community into an uproar, wondering, why is there so many people departing all at once here? Is there like a waiting list, like this fucking purgatory or something with people waiting to go to the other side? And then on February 5th, Niji Sanji released that termination notice. And that's when Doki Bird talked about what actually happened with her hospitalization following her unalive attempt that was built up from the stress that Niji Sanji put upon her. And a lot of information started to come out, both from artists and other people who had previously worked with them, claiming that working with Niji Sanji was never very good. There was delay in payments, NDAs being sent multiple times with the wrong name, just so many different things. But Selen had always paid the artist out of her own pocket during this period of turmoil while trying to work with Niji Sanji. And following all of this new information coming to light, the public was understandably outraged, because this is just some deplorable garbage. The dam broke and they were flooded with tons and tons of angry fans. The tornado blew through and picked up 500 septic tanks, and the shitstorm that came with it was something that Niji Sanji couldn't have possibly predicted. So Niji Sanji stakeholders started to suffer. They lost several sponsorships because of all of this. Apparently their stock price, like their valuation or whatever, started to plummet as well. It was a huge hit to their company, and it only continues to get worse by the day. So, Selen revealed that she had spent like $250,000 of her own money on projects throughout the last year there, so she made no profit. And a very interesting piece of information that people brought up is that in December of 2022, Mista Rias had a slip of the tongue revealing that talent only gets 1% of merch sales, and other reports stating that it was a whole 2%. And this serves to showcase that Niji Sanji doesn't just harass and bully their talent directly, they also financially fuck them. That is downright criminal. Only giving 1 or 2% if they're feeling gracious enough of merch sales to the talent is mind-boggling. And I saw a couple people defending this, and let me just go ahead and take you in real quick, because it looks like you blew in from Stupidville. That is unacceptable. Yes, the VTubers here don't actually own their avatar or anything. That does belong to Niji Sanji, and they signed the contract and agreed to that. But without them, that merch doesn't move. They are still the sole force for why that merch sells in the first place, thus should be compensated fairly. If they don't make that tweet about the merch being available, if they don't talk about it on stream, 0 people buy it. and to only give them a 1 or at most 2% cut of that is just laughably pathetic and it's just depraved, really. And this also led to a meme that you've probably seen if you've been keeping up with it, about how Niji Sanji's CEO was too busy on his yacht that he built on the back of his talent through exploiting them financially. It comes from this information, where apparently the CEO had flexed that he had a yacht that he had recently purchased or something. I didn't look into that too deeply, but I keep seeing that pop up everywhere with people citing different sources for it. I believe that that's probably something that happened because they are legitimately just exploiting their talent here. This is a completely unacceptable split. Under no circumstances should this be allowed. That is crazy. And what's even crazier is I know they're not the only ones that do that to their talent. In the VTuber space, I have seen some very unfair deals. Now, I will say this is exceptionally horrible. But I wasn't surprised to learn that when I first saw that they take 98% of merch sales, because these VTuber agencies look for every possible way, at least the contracts I've seen from some of them, to squeeze every dime possible out of that talent while not letting them get the lion's share most of the time. I'm having to tiptoe around this a little bit because I don't want to get in any hot water with it. But yeah, it fucking sucks. That is awful. Now back to the Weeb Shitter archives here. Weeb Shitter then talks about what happened last night, which is what I want to talk about as well. So, the clip that he is referring to is Doki Bird was streaming. She has now come back to streaming, trying to, just have a good time with her community again, and things are going extremely well. She went from 10,000 subs to now over 500,000 subscribers. Her first stream back had over 100k concurrent. Absolutely fucking crushing it. And last night during her stream, which was her first gaming stream since being back, she had to end it early because fellow livers Alira Pandora, who'd been quiet since the announcement of Selen's termination, started a stream at the same time called A Message from Niji Sanji. And during the stream she was joined by other Niji Sanji VTubers, Ike Eveland and Vox Akuma. Both of them were thought to be friends of Selen, or Doki Bird. And they read a totally not scripted message expressing how sad and betrayed they felt that Selen had given out personal information like real names and other required information about livers in her legal document that she sent over to Niji Sanji, and some of them stating that they had thoroughly read through it, as well as presenting Discord snippets between Selen and management, when it was presented by them thinking that it would absolve them. Now, I truly believe that Niji Sanji forced them to make this video. I think that they were 100% pressured into making this statement. I don't think the VTubers chose this, nor do I think they really believed what they were saying, because you'd have to be on some goddamn idiot juice to think that that was a good idea. Obviously, this is just inviting everyone in the community to throw tomatoes at you and scream, "Boo! Boo! You stink!" Like, it is a terrible statement from them, and the obvious big problem here, one that Doki Bird also had to call attention to, is that it seems Niji Sanji seemingly shared confidential information with these parties that are unrelated to the issues, which could potentially include her medical information. Which is fucking illegal. You can't do that. You can't just share this personal information. You can't break NDAs, and you certainly can't share sensitive medical information. There's protections in place for that. That's a highly illegal thing to do. Meanwhile, goofballs at fucking Niji Sanji here were real loosey-goosey with Doki Bird's information. Confidential information, it seems. So I'll go ahead and play the clip from Doki Bird when
1 minute remaining.
Learned about all of this.
30 seconds left. 10 seconds left.
Despite everything that has happened, I was very sad to find out a personal document that was only shown between 3 different parties had to be leaked out. Because it was a document I made for my lawyer, and it was a document that was not supposed to be shown anywhere else but to me and my lawyer, and to the lawyers on the other side and we were promised it was not to be shown anywhere else.
Because that's how the process is supposed to work in a fucking legal battle where you're not sharing confidential information with others unrelated to the fucking legal battle taking place. But I guess Niji Sanji, being the goobers they are, for some reason tried to weaponize that information by giving it to Selin's friends and most likely, I'll say there's a high chance, forcing them to make that video a message from Niji Sanji, which is a terrible video that I don't think they wanted to make because they have to have known it'd be a disaster for them on a personal level. Like, their careers are definitely taking a hit because of that. Like, and I feel like they'd know that for sure. But I feel like Niji Sanji was trying to strong-arm them into doing it because, from the sound of things, it looks like anyone that signs with Niji Sanji is basically just their fucking hostage for the entire time you're with the agency. Dokibird went on Twitter to once again say that it was never supposed to be shown to anyone other than me, the lawyer, and any other relevant lawyers. It was a private document with personal information, and then expressed concern, wondering if her medical and hospital records were also released without her consent, since that was also promised to be kept private. She says she's currently talking to her lawyer, and thankfully only her diagnosis and reason for hospital stay was recorded without further private info being disclosed. So that's currently where everything's at right now, and Niji Sanji is bleeding out. So much so that the CEO made his own little YouTuber apology video, which is trash. I was going to play you clips from his apology video, but with Niji Sanji, you never really know what stupid shit they're gonna do, so I didn't want to risk getting a strike on it for covering it. So instead, I'll just go ahead and refer to the article here. One of the main things that he apologizes for off rip is that after announcing the termination of Selin, there was a notice that was published saying that the impact this would have on the company's performance would be negligible. And he says that this was a misunderstanding and they used inconsiderate word choice for it, and recognizes that Selin was integral to the growth of Niji Sanji English branch. And really the whole thing more just seems like a statement to investors, like on a business side of things, as opposed to like a legitimate apology for anything that happened. To me, it comes across as super corpo, soulless suit speak, like, yeah, we terminated Selin, whatever, that's, well, who cares? What really matters is the investors not losing faith. So we'll make this video to try and regain that investor faith so we can keep raking in those big bucks. He promises, like, very vague things about change is coming, we need better systems in place, that we're working towards this and that. But none of it really comes across as sincere, especially considering that if you really wanted to make a good faith, like, strong stance, like, we need to change, start with monetarily. It's now come out that your talent gets fucked financially when it comes to their split on, like, merch sales and things like that. If you really want to make a good faith, like, convincing, compelling argument that you're going to change, start there. I would like to see that, because you can easily showcase that one. It's going to be hard to convey to the public that you're changing things behind the scenes, because, again, that's behind the scenes. It's always going to be something that the public's never going to be fully privy to. But your merch split with your talent, that is public. If you allow your VTubers to talk about it, they can say, hey, look, we just got raised up a ton of percentage when it comes to our merch split, and we really appreciate that. It's a sign of goodwill, you know, and maybe things will get better in the future elsewhere too. But personally, I don't see them making any meaningful changes to company culture or the way things happen behind doors or anything monetarily. I just don't see them really doing a whole lot to improve. And I think the community feels largely the same way, which is why Niji Sanji continues to fester here. Now, while they haven't fully gone under or anything of that nature, they are definitely trending in a downward death spiral at the moment, where it seems more graduations are on the way, most likely, or perhaps even terminations to more talent, and the public is not super excited about the future of Niji Sanji English branch. Now, the English branch of Niji Sanji is just one component of it. Its biggest is still the Japanese sector. But I have to imagine if the English branch flounders and fails, it's going to be bad for Niji Sanji as a whole, because it still was a sizable chunk of their company, and that's going to affect that side of things too. So it's definitely something that they wouldn't like to see go away. I would imagine. But it's looking like it's going towards that direction. So anyway, I just wanted to cover this a bit because it is a huge deal, and one of those situations where a company that was really at a point where it was probably too big to fail is starting to fail. Truly by their own mismanagement, own problems, and own toxicity. And I'm wishing the absolute best for Doki Bird going forward. Hopefully, the legal process she's engaged in is smooth and an easy W, and hopefully her streams continue to pop off. So, best of luck to her, and yeah, that's really about it. Yeah. Yeah, today's one of those days. Just like chips and salsa at a Super Bowl party, I'm about to double dip in here into some drama. Last week I made a video talking about hypocrisy. In a nutshell, the situation was two YouTubers, Scott Schaefer and UKitty, made content talking about Twitch streamers being hypocrites due to the promotion of Fansly during the Streamer Awards, and I was named in both of these videos, because prior to this I had mentioned that it was very weird when Aiden Ross pulled up Pornhub on a stream in front of his audience, which consists of a lot of kids, and meanwhile when Fansly was advertised during the Streamer Awards, I just laughed at it. So that's where the hypocrisy allegations come from. That's the genesis of it. And I thought it was an interesting talking point because of the subject matter, but I also wanted to defend myself from hypocrisy allegations that I felt were weightless. And that's what that video I made was all about. Now, Scott Schaefer, as I mentioned, tackled it from more of like a analytical standpoint, breaking down the problem itself. And I still do believe that his intentions are coming from a place of actually caring about the situation. However, the same can't be said about the other content creator, UKitty. In the video I made covering this, I was very charitable with her intentions behind the content. I thought maybe I was wrong and got the incorrect impression on what her content was focused on. I thought it was satirical and ironic and trying to be silly on purpose with subject matter. And I apologize for saying things that may have come across mean-spirited or made it sound like I was shitting on her when that really wasn't my intention. Especially considering we were both playing on the same team, I feel like we're both saying these things are bad. And for some reason, she's at my throat about it because of one difference in that I think showing Pornhub to the audience was worse. Not that that excuses the Fansly promotion, which again, I have never once defended or said was a good thing, but this slight difference in perspective on it has led to all of this hostility. And I tried to explain that in the last video because I thought maybe there was just a misunderstanding there, but she took the last video as more of a declaration of war. And another thing I want to come forward with right away, and I didn't think this needed explaining either, one of the core points that she as well as others are making is that this is actually a very insidious plot that I'm hiding on purpose because Ludwig is my friend and QT Cinderella is his girlfriend. QT Cinderella ran the Streamer Awards, she was responsible for the Fansly promotion. So people were saying that I'm, excusing everything she did because she's Ludwig's girlfriend. And I didn't think this needed explaining. This is going to be a common thing. I didn't think a lot of this needed explaining, but I'll do it anyway. I've now said in like 5 videos over the last 5 months, I don't see eye to eye with anyone all the time, even my best friends. So, even though I do respect QT, and of course I respect Ludwig, I consider them friends, I didn't see eye to eye with QT on this. Thus, I wasn't going to pretend like I did and defend it. I don't do that for anyone, not even my best friends. This wasn't some kind of secret association that was kept under wraps. I'm very public about Ludwig and I being business partners with fucking Moist Esports, for example, and we do a lot together. But that doesn't mean that I'm just going to look the other way on things that I feel differently about. I don't do that for him either, it's not just QT. I have actually talked about things I disagree with Ludwig on publicly as well. This isn't like some kind of big gotcha where it's like, turns out Charlie does know QT, this is why I didn't say anything. It's just not the truth. And I did say it wasn't good. And now it's become clear after her most recent upload as well as everything she's been posting on Twitter about me that that little yucky spidey sense that was tingling in the back of my head telling me that she's probably just trolling to get a rise out of streamers to farm it for personal gain was unfortunately correct. And I'll go ahead and take the bait one more time here. I'll play along and eat this entree of medium well internet beef that she's serving up. She's been egging me on Twitter today to debunk all 20 lies she's caught me on in her most recent video. So I'll accept the challenge. I'll take the cinnamon challenge here and go through UKitty's most recent upload, Moist Hypocritical Can't Stop Lying.
If you're coming here to see me troll around, I can't anymore, because Hypocritical lied so much about me and the situation
Put her money where her mouth is.
that I was forced to re-edit my whole video and now debunk every single lie that was made.
Obviously, I immediately owe a huge apology to MewKitty and her whole community because my video was such a stinker that it's impeded her ability to make her regularly scheduled trolling. But I do want to come out right away and say that her calling me hypocritical, the play on words, hippa and then critical spelled like my name, is actually such a banger because that is a meme that started on my stream like 6 years ago when I was still streaming on YouTube. I was playing Fortnite and I had bought the battle pass for the John Wick skin. And chat fucking erupted when they saw me playing with it because I had for a long time talked about what a big waste of money the battle pass is. You're a fucking troglodyte if you buy the battle pass. And then fucking John Wick skin comes out, it busts down my resolve and I spent money on it. So chat called me hypocritical just like this. And it became a bit of a meme. So to see her unironically use it here is almost nostalgic to a certain extent, but she's clearly using it to be combative as opposed to like jovial and kidding around.
Everybody including me is tired of this subject, on him defending promotion of porn to kids. But
we're not even 30 seconds into this video and she's already told her first lie, which is ironic. It almost makes her seem like the hypocrite here. She says that I have defended the promotion of porn to kids. Do you have any evidence to back that up? Do you have a clip of me saying that what QT Cinderella did with promoting Fansly during the Streamer Awards is good? Defending it in any way? Because as far as I can recall, I have only ever said that it's not a good decision. And that as well as Pornhub that Aiden Ross brought up on stream are both bad. I've never once said that what she did was good or defended it, or defended her for the decision to do it. But she likes to tell her audience that I have, without ever showing any clips of me doing it, because it hasn't happened. That is a blatant, bold-faced lie.
first lie manipulates the narrative that he already said both are bad. But that clip happened after my video, when his own fans was pressing for 1 week for saying nothing.
And on stream I talked about this last night, and I'll go ahead and get this out of the way right away. During that stream, in the exact same video MewKitty has posted on one of her channels, I outright say both are bad.
He never say outright both are bad. All the streams is on my second channel. He defended himself and argued with his viewers for 10 minutes. And after a long battle, he said it's not a great decision, but never said both are bad.
This is a pretty interesting angle to try and play here, trying to catch me on not saying verbatim both are bad until the video went live. Even though I had explicitly said that it wasn't a good decision, which you outright acknowledge in this clip here, in your video, and the point I was making in the last video is in that same piece of content you posted on your second channel proudly, I do say it is not a good decision. I don't understand why she's trying to make this argument here, acting like her whole audience has their brain off and can't understand what it means when I say something is not a good decision. That means it's not good, thus is bad. And since I'm talking about the QT Cinderella Fansly promotion moment, that is me saying it is bad. Same way I was saying the Aiden Ross Pornhub moment was bad. And I'd actually like to cannonball into the deep end of this pool a little bit and swim around a little more and explore it, because I didn't think this would be necessary. I thought we were all able to deduce human emotion, but it seems like a lot of her arguments are going to pretend like everyone is an actual bot and can't, like, think. So I'm just gonna over-explain everything. She makes it seem like I never outright said anything or condemned the Fansly promotion during the Streamer Awards or called it weird or anything at all. I was just completely tight-lipped, radio silent, keeping a secret like I had Fairly Odd Parents and I didn't want to tell anyone. When that's just not the case. During the Fansly promotional moment, I laughed at it. Now, let me ask you, what would I be laughing at if not the absurdity of a Fansly promotion being on Twitch? Scott Schaefer seemed to understand what the joke I was laughing at was, which was the wild nature of a Fansly ad being played.
And when the ad for Fansly actually came up during the Streamer Awards, you can see he actually lets out a little laugh, and it seems like he's at least somewhat uncomfortable that this type of content was being promoted during the Streamer Awards.
For exclusive behind-the-scenes content and a free trial of some of our hottest creators. On top of that, sign in using your Twitch account and see
Did I just get a little tickle from under the desk or something? There is nothing to laugh about there, except for the absurdity of the situation. I didn't think that needed explanation, so I didn't even bother in the last one, but it's something she seems to harp on that I never made any indication that I found it uncomfortable or weird. And to go a step further, in the following stream or the stream after, in one of the days following the Streamer Awards, someone in chat had asked me if I thought it was weird that Fansly was advertised during it, and I point blank said yes. And this is actually faster than I called out Aiden Ross in the Pornhub moment. The clip that she plays, as well as the other people have played as well, is from a video I made called Aiden Ross Just Got Banned. Maybe you've heard of him over the last week or so because he also just freely streamed porn on Kick. The astute listeners will have heard something very crucial there. I had said, over the last week you may have heard of this. It had been about a week since the Aiden Ross Pornhub Armageddon moment, and I had only mentioned it for around 50 seconds of this 11-minute video, which was focused on something else entirely. I just mentioned it because I was talking about a lot of the goofy things he had done recently. So I was just talking about it briefly, and it had taken me a week to even mention it. So I was actually faster to call the QT Fansly promotion weird than I was to call the Aiden Ross Pornhub situation weird. I didn't just ignore it. That is just a blatant lie. However, I don't want to be guilty of the same sin YouKitty's already committed of making a claim without any evidence to back it up, where she said at the beginning of this video that I defended the promotion of porn to minors, which is a sickening thing to even say. But the reason I'm mentioning this is because I cannot provide the clip of where I replied to chat about the Fansly promotion being weird because I don't fucking feel like combing through 14 hours worth of streams the day after the Streamer Awards went live. I really don't feel like going through it, but since I'm not providing the video evidence for it, I'm not going to use this as a point in my defense. So going forward, we're going to work under the assumption that I never said anything publicly about it on stream, and the only indication I made to condemning it or that I thought it was bad was when I laughed at it during the moment.
Which is weeks after the call-out.
Pretty clear from reading her comments, not like her personal comments, but like the audience comments, that the majority of the people didn't even watch the full statement. There must be a ghost in the machine of this lie counter on screen because it's going wacko mode. I don't know what's being counted as lies here because her points haven't changed, yet the counter is going up. I'm guessing it's because she's trying to say that the timeline condemns me. It had been about a week before I responded to her video, so my speed to the response was suboptimal. I didn't, get there like the fucking Power Rangers in time to talk about it. The explanation there should be pretty obvious to any sentient human being out there. I didn't see it until a couple days before I talked about it on stream. I had meant to talk about it the next day, but I forgot. I don't remember why, and I apologize. Maybe I should have talked about it the very second that I'd finished watching it, but I forgot. And then the following day or whatever, when the YouKitty's community kept spamming it, I did get a little upset because I just don't like spam, and I was already talking about other things. So yes, I did get a little upset about the spam, and I do apologize for that. It's just something that always grinds my fucking ass. I don't like spam, but I'm being completely genuine. I actually don't understand what the point she's making here is. That I was slow to respond to it, thus I'm guilty, I guess. I don't really think that's a very strong point.
The next line is also very important, and it's done many times, where he words, I didn't do the exact same statement, when he didn't do any statement at all.
Thus, I disagree that it's hypocritical that I made statements about Aiden Ross and the porn thing being really weird, and I didn't make the exact same statements for QT Cinderella's Fansly sponsor. What? I don't actually really get what you're saying with this one. Is it an issue with the way I laid out the situation? In the clip you played, I'm just laying out the situation where people were upset that I had made a statement about Aiden Ross streaming Pornhub to be weird, and then didn't turn around and make the exact same statement for QT Cinderella and the Fansly promotion. Was the issue me saying exact same? The word exact? Was that the problem? The pressure point? Because if so, I mean, I guess we can dive into that a bit. Maybe we need to start with a definition of hypocrisy, I suppose. So again, this whole video I made was just defending me from the hypocrisy allegations, not minimizing the actual subject matter, which I find to be a pretty important talking point. It was just defending myself from claims of hypocrisy. So I tackled it by pointing out that the Aiden Ross Pornhub situation and the QT Fansly situation were different, albeit both bad, and do have similar elements to them. So in this section where I said I didn't say the exact same thing, I'm highlighting that when people were criticizing me, they're talking about me not making like a whole video talking about the QT Fansly promotion, I believe. So that's what that was my definition of exact same. And I'll clear up confusion. I didn't make a whole video about the Aiden Ross Pornhub thing either. That was 50 seconds of an 11-minute video that was unrelated to that. And I did mention that the QT thing was weird. So in order for the situation to have been hypocritical, I would have needed to shit all over Aiden Ross and call it the worst thing in the world, get the pitchfork out because he showed the Pornhub moment, and meanwhile, pat Cutie Cinderella on the back and defend it, applaud it, say that the Bansley promotion is totally fine. That would have been hypocritical, and I was arguing that since that wasn't the case, it wasn't. Like, the word exact wasn't really a core part of anything I was discussing. Now, I would like to, however, throw her a life raft on a point here, because I do think there is valid criticism of me here. I've said this for a long time. No one is above criticism. Of course, that includes me as well. I do think that maybe I didn't come out hard enough against it, so maybe that led to a lot of confusion on how I felt about it. With Aiden Ross, I didn't make a whole video talking about the Pornhub thing he did. It was a very small piece of a bigger video. So I never made a video about that, but Cutie Cinderella situation I only ever mentioned on stream, and I think only like one time. So even though I didn't make a whole video on the Aiden Ross Pornhub thing, it was pretty clear how I felt about it, whereas Cutie Cinderella, if you weren't watching the stream, it's possible that you didn't understand where I stood. So I do think that is a valid criticism where I didn't make it clear enough where I was at with it, and I think that would have been a good point to make. However, it's not hypocritical, because at no point have I ever defended it, and I wouldn't defend it either. So I still disagree entirely with any of it being even remotely hypocritical, but I do, however, agree that I should have made it clearer where I stood on the whole situation.
He keeps pushing on this narrative that we missed the clip that proves he's not a hypocrite. But the clip is after my video, the day before this video. So he
हेलो
हेलो
बोला सर
आप अभी स्ट्रीम कर रहे हो?
हाँ
मैं एक नया अकाउंट बना रहा हूँ, मेरे को भी ले लो।
वैलो का
हाँ,
आ जाओ
नाम भी सजेस्ट एक बार।
नाम सजेस्ट करूँ क्या रखेगा
जो भी बोले रख दूंगा, मेरे को तो नहीं आ रहा।
मेरे को भी नहीं जेकेटी बॉम्बास्टिक फिर से
ठीक है।
नहीं तो सर्टिफाइड हरियाणवी कर ले। ओए कुणाल से पूछ।
अरे वो लिखाता नहीं, रुक जाओ मैं लिख दे रहा है, कहाँ गया?
हाँ
मैं मैसेज में बताता हूँ आपको।
हाँ
फ्रेंड करो।
नाम क्या है?
मैं बता रहा हूँ मैसेज करके।
हाँ बता।
viewers' minds means
लेट होगा।
हेलो
हेलो हेलो हेलो बोल।
हाँ मैं ट्यूटोरियल खत्म कर
हाँ
यार मुझे कोई अच्छा क्रॉस हेयर चाहिए।
कैसा चाहिए तेरे को, डॉट वाला?
नहीं वो माइनक्राफ्ट का जो रहता है ना वैसे वाला, प्लस वाला जो रहता है वो यूज
अच्छा।
करता हूँ मैं मेन आईडी में भी।
हाँ मेरे पास है, देता हूँ 2-3, तू देख लेना, अगर गेम में मरे तो कॉपी कर लेना।
हाँ ठीक। मैं अपना क्रॉस हेयर ही एडजस्ट कर रहा हूँ।
यश खेलने आना, अद्वित भी आ रहा है। कॉम्प नहीं खेले, वो नई आईडी बना रहा
हो
है।
गया मेरा क्रॉस हेयर, मिल गया, मैंने सेट कर लिया अपने आप।
ओए अद्वित, तू फिर से नई आईडी क्यों बनाया वैसे?
अरे मेरी सारी आईडी पे बैन पड़ गया।
तू इतना ऐसे गेम छोड़ देता है आधे में?
अरे नहीं क्रैश हो गया।
अच्छा, इसके अलग ही स्ट्रगल है, इसका क्रैश हो जाता है।
ट्यूटोरियल
हुआ ट्यूटोरियल?
शूटिंग वाले में हूँ। हो नहीं हो गया ये वाला।
मैं अभी आता हूँ।
अब वो प्लांट और डिफ्यूज वाला होगा।
हाँ
पहले बस 2 मिनट लगेंगे।
एसी चालू करके जाओ प्लीज ना यश।
हो गया खत्म।
आया।
वैलोरेंट का ट्यूटोरियल ना न्यू बेस के लिए है, पर अल्ट अकाउंट स्मार्टफोन के लिए नहीं है।
हाँ मैं 2 मिनट में आया बस।
हाँ ठीक है। मेरे ना स्टोर में लाइक
क्या?
मेरे स्टोर में पावर से साकुरा शेरिफ, हैचबैक फैंटम और रैलिक
हाँ।
स्टोन साकुरा स्किन गेम में भी क्रैश है।
इसको तो मैं बीजेपी वाली स्किन बोलता हूँ।
चालू करूं?
हाँ 1 मिनट में वो बैक आने दे। क्रॉसहेयर बना लिया?
क्या?
क्रॉसहेयर बना लिया?
हाँ हो गया मेरा प्लस वाला।
हाँ स्टार्ट कर।
मुंबई सर्वर की दूसरे कोई भी
मुंबई
random?
मुंबई।
हाँ, ठीक है चलो।
बाकी दूसरे सर्वर्स में ना ब्रेंडेड बंदे आते हैं।
हाँ
मैं एक बार वो सिंगापुर सर्वर में खेला था, पता नहीं क्या बंदे होते हैं, एकदम दिमाग अपना बंद करके खेलते हैं।
Match found.
डम्बेल्स।
हाँ हाँ फिर भी निधान से अच्छा खेलते हैं।
Let's go.
ओए मुझे लगा था कि स्प्लिट और ब्रीज तो निकल गए थे ना मैप रोटेशन में।
अनरेटेड में नहीं निकले। अनरेटेड में अब सारी मैप्स आएंगे जो रोटेशंस के जो रोटेशन में नहीं है ना अभी। क्या ब्रीज नहीं है, स्प्लिट नहीं है और
मैं हील ले लेता सेज।
हाँ ले ले। नहीं फिनिक्स ले लेता।
नहीं डुअलिस्ट हो जाते ना सारे इसलिए ले
कोई ना अनरेटेड है, अनरेटेड। अरे इसमें टीम कॉम्प की क्या टीम कॉम्प की क्यों चिंता कर रहा है? तू खेल रहा है तो ज्यादा अच्छे बंदे नहीं आए होंगे, आराम से खेलेंगे। हेलो
Feels like just yesterday I was chopping Kalle at the store. Wonder if that place is still standing.
हेलो हेलो हेलो। हेलो 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 हुआ लोड?
ओ हेलो। नहीं मेरा नहीं हुआ, मेरा तो अभी लेवल स्क्रीन दिखाया है जस्ट।
अच्छा
मेरा ना एजेंट सिलेक्ट मतलब लेवल स्क्रीन लेट दिखाती है, वरना गेम सही लोड होगा। टीडीएम में बस लेट हो जाता है।
राउंड स्टार्ट होने वाला
आपका
है।
गेम है?
हाँ
मेरा गेम
तो
लोड हुआ है।
एक स्टार्ट हो गया राउंड।
मेरा तो गेम लोड नहीं हुआ। मैं एक बार ग्राफिक्स करता हूँ क्या?
देख
हाँ हो गया मेरा लोड, बस यही काम करूँगा।
आई तो साइड पे
चाहिए किसी को? आपके पास घोस्ट थी ना?
वही फ्री बैटल पास थी। बढ़िया
Last player standing.
हील करो पहले खुद को
Spike
हील।
planted.
नाइस शॉट।
और मेरे स्क्रीन में दिखा रहा है आईसो भी है।
हाँ आई तो है ना
Shadows, they will
अपनी
hide
टीम में।
you.
ग्लिच होगा क्या?
पता नहीं, मेरे को दिखा लास्ट प्लेयर अलाइव और जीत गए वो लोग राउंड लाइव। आईसो हमारा भी
तू सेटिंग्स अभी क्या खेल रहा है?
On my mark. Over there.
डिफॉल्ट ही है सारी, बस क्या कहते हैं कम्युनिकेशन में यू को वी क्यू और बी
अच्छा
को ई।
तो अभी ना सबको ऐसे लो पे कर दे पूरा, मैटर ज़्यादा करता नहीं है कुछ।
ओ हाँ मेरे को रेजोल्यूशन सेकंड वो करना सेकंड
रेजोल्यूशन कोई सा 6:9 वाला कर ले।
हाँ 1699
ए
मिड वॉल का
साइड ए आ रहा है।
Yeah.
Spike planted.
66
ओवन 110।
Last player standing.
क्लच और गए ओमन भाई, क्लच और गए।
ना ना
ए
Their deadlock knows pain so
FPS मैंने 60 70
क्या?
एवरेज है। नहीं FPS देख रहा था मैं।
अच्छा
अच्छे ही आ रहे हैं, मतलब 50 से तो नीचे नहीं, सब ऊपर। अपनी टीम की रेना का लेवल लेके पहुंचा रहे ना।
रीना हाँ 140 थी।
हाँ आप टीम में ही बोल रहे हो?
वी पास पड़ता है ना।
हाँ ये
आईसो को मारने बोलो। मैं मर गया। शिट मैं मर गया।
Last player
ये उठा ले।
standing.
अरे यार
अच्छा तू भी मर गया क्या? छी
मैंने कैंपी लिख दिया।
Deep breaths, everyone. Your hearts are pounding.
मेरे को फुल शील्ड चाहिए।
Careful here. I need help. On my mark. Over there.
ग्रेम बॉल ट्राई करता। नहीं मेरे को नहीं आता। इधर अब मैं कल चढ़ जाऊंगा।
मैं ही जा रहा हूँ। ए आएंगे शायद तक।
नेटवर्क प्रॉब्लम दिखा दिया मैंने।
ए है कि बी?
अब ऑल टूटी मेरी।
ये अपना ओमन कैसे आड़े टेढ़े स्मोक्स दे रहा है यार?
मैं ना बहुत ही गंदी जगह कैंप कर रहा हूँ, मरूंगा।
तू जो कर रहा है वो ग्रिम वॉल नहीं है, ऐसे आयरन वॉल है।
On my mark.
अच्छा मारा।
Cutting their vision.
अरे डिस्कॉर्ड पे नहीं आता? डिस्कॉर्ड पे नहीं आ जाता क्या बात करते बता?
अरे नहीं डिस्कॉर्ड ना, मैं शिफ्ट दबाऊंगा ना वैलो में तो वो ओवर पे आ जाएगा।
You're finished. Reload over there.
और मेरे को उसको ऑफ करना आता नहीं।
Gun
Over
here.
there.
मैं जैसे ही शिफ्ट दबाता हूँ वैलो में वो खुल
Last
जाता
player
हाँ मैं
standing.
वेस्ट कर गया। अरे तेरा वो अद्वैत तेरा वो ऑन है क्या? इस वाले बटन को क्या बोलते हैं यार? नहीं शिफ्ट नहीं, अरे स्केप के नीचे एक बंदा एक बटन होता है ना स्केप के नीचे, जिससे CS:GO में कमांड्स खोलते थे।
हाँ
वो वाला बटन तेरा प्रेस है क्या?
उसको दबा रहा तो कुछ ओपन नहीं होगा।
अच्छा रुक, मैं अपनी पार्टी वॉइस को ऑन ही कर लेता हूँ।
उसको चेंज कर लो ना कम्युनिकेशन।
वही ऑटोमेटिक कर लिया। और ये चीज क्या, पापा ना आके हम लोग को कुछ कुछ बोलते रहते हैं, अच्छा नहीं लगता देखो। ये
Spike planted.
उनकी टीम क्या कैंप कर रही है यार, सब जगह से घेर के मार रहे हो।
Last player standing.
इसको वॉल नहीं देखे लिटरली।
और ये मर क्यों नहीं रहा जल्दी, ये सिर्फ टाइम वेस्ट कर रहा है अपना।
वही ना बॉटम फ्रैगर्स।
लॉल वो आइसो क्या कूदा, और ये कैसे स्प्रे कर रहा है अंधेरा। ये दो बंदे और आके मरेंगे इससे। अरे नहीं, वो कुरनामी है।
हाँ कुरनामी शायद अपनी रेना के पे है।
ये ले स्किन चाहिए
ना
मेरी है ले। प्रिल्यूड तो क्या अच्छी लगती है।
बुलडॉग
रेना पे रिवर है।
I need a gun.
No.
ओए आइसो देना मेरी गन उठा। हाँ
ना आपको रैप करने की कोशिश किया, कुछ ले रहा हूँ।
Careful here.
ये शायद तक
ये मैंने भी वॉल किया, किसी का है
यही है। आइसो अपने स्पॉन तक कैसे पहुंच गया? The fuck?
Spike down A.
The fuck भाई नहीं।
अरे यार
No distraction.
ये लोग कहाँ से घुस रहे हैं?
अरे वही समझ नहीं आ रहा यार, ये आइसो क्या तुक्के में और हेड मारा।
अपना ओमेन भी कैसे कहते हैं?
Last player standing.
ये ब्रेन डेड था।
स्पॉन पे ही मरे हैं।
अरे क्या आयरन जैसी टीम है और मैं खुद खेल नहीं पा रहा हूँ।
मैं आपको रेस करने के वो कहाँ से ओमेन आ गया?
रेना स्किन।
I need a gun.
मैं एडी से अलाउ के वो लोग कुछ बोल भी नहीं पाएंगे। लेवल 1
मत चला रहने दे। मैं अभी एक साइड पे कमिट कर रहा हूँ, जिस साइड पे जाता हूँ ना हर बार उसके उल्टा आते हैं, फिर मैं रोटेशन में ना मर जाता हूँ कैंपर से।
वो हाँ कैंप बंदा कर रहे हैं वो लोग।
ये पूरी मेरी साइड। अरे अब भी आ गए फिर से।
बी पे भी है।
शिट यार।
मैं मिड देख रहा हूँ। और रेज है मिड में।
बढ़िया। हील कर सबको। Probably अपने स्पॉन पे निकला होगा नहीं।
My territory, my rules.
मिड में सेज 120।
One enemy remaining.
बढ़िया।
ये 3 के W। यार मेरा रिवाइव
अच्छा है।
Last player standing.
आवाज मत दे। एंड
मेरा हेड विजिबल था उसको क्लियर।
Breathe. Then commit.
Need a drop.
Reloading.
Can someone get this?
मैं
बाय
देख रहा
देना।
हूँ। अब मैं ये आने नहीं दूंगा। यार शेसी चालू करना है यार।
Keep up.
On my mark. Over there.
ए हेलो
और कर रहा है तो मैं दिमाग खाने आ गया।
हाँ डिस्कॉर्ड पे आ जा यार, या कुछ कहीं और आ, व्हाट्सएप पे बात नहीं कर सकता।
हाँ आ रहा हूँ।
मैं ये गेम के बाद डिस्कॉर्ड डाउनलोड कर लूंगा।
हाँ डिस्कॉर्ड में वो होता है ना, डिस्कॉर्ड ओवरले, उसको ऑफ ही कर लेना सीधे।
ठीक है, बता देना एक बार। कुनाल के पास है ना रिकॉन फैंटम?
हाँ
मेरे ना एक बार स्टोर में प्राइम वैंडल, रिवर वैंडल भी आई थी, पर मैं ले आया नहीं।
इस बार भी आएंगे शायद, वो ऑल्टरनेट कर रहे हैं। उनका आईसो मारो यार, वो मेरे को दिमाग खराब कर रहा है।
रेज मेड
अभी एंटर कर रहे हैं। अद्वैत मार, मेरे को गन चाहिए।
It's you and me.
आईसो बेचारे का अल्ट फेस हो गया। नहीं
ओए नाइस
द शिट।
Spike planted.
मत रेस मत करना।
You will not kill my ally.
नीचे 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 रेस, नीचे जस्ट लेफ्ट में रेस। नहीं निकल गई।
अरे यार वॉकिंग मार।
अब नाइसो ठीक खेल रहा है।
ये बंदा अल्ट करेगा मरेगा।
ये अभी निकलेगा, इसको रेस मार देगी। भाई
Let them try to get through.
अरे मेरे को साइड गेस नहीं कर पा रहा यार, मेरे को मार दे रहे हैं। कोई मेरे साथ और साइड पे बैठो।
मैंने ना उनके ओमेन को लाइक वो पीक नीचे में फ्री फायर के पड़ गया उसको उठाया। मैं मिड वॉल कर रहा।
कर ले, मैं कैंप कर रहा क्योंकि मैं जहाँ जा रहा हूँ मर रहा हूँ। मिड आ रही क्या? लो और फेंक दे, तीनों चारों यही है।
ओमेन 89 डिंड है और 70 रेस है।
अरे यार साइड पे कौन है पीछे?
Last player standing.
छी यार, क्या अपनी ब्रेन डेड टीम है, क्लियर नहीं करते कोई। ओमन लिटरली साइड से आया, फिर भी ये क्लियर नहीं करके आया। आईसो वगैरह कोई है कि नहीं?
एक गेम हार जाते उसके बाद मैं डीसी डाउनलोड कर।
हाँ
हम लोग लिटरली 13 होंगे लग रहा है।
हाँ। मैं से भी खिला नहीं रहा यार। और
100 लेवल की लग ही नहीं रही है रेना।
रीना स्कोप खोल कैसे लोगों पे स्प्रे कर रहे थे? कौन बोलेगा 100 लेवल की? 140 वो भी। ए आईसो गया।
My territory, my rules. I have them now.
मैं ना बचा रहा है इसको।
कोई नहीं बचाएगा।
मैं कैंप करूंगा। वो लोग ना गैस नहीं कर पाएंगे।
मैं विफ कर गया गंदा।
फेंक दूं।
मार बढ़िया।
Spike down A.
हाँ करना कोई ना।
ये कहाँ से आ रही है लोग? मैं मिड वॉल कर रहा हूँ लिटरली।
तो तोड़ के आ जाते हैं ना।
Last round before the switch.
User credits. They're doing the
मेरे को
same.
मैप में दिखाया भी नहीं, टूट गई। आखिरी हम लोग 13 मारेंगे। मेरा तो पहला गेम है। मैं टॉप ट्रैक कर रहा हूँ।
अरे मैं बी बैठता हूँ एक बार। मैं एक बार अगर साइड गेस कर पाऊँ ना तो मैं खेल पाऊंगा यार। मेरे को साइड ही नहीं पता चलती, घुस जाती है सिर्फ।
मैं चढ़ नहीं पा रहा वॉल पे।
मिड में लोग बहुत ज़्यादा ओवर कॉन्फिडेंट है, कोई एंगल्स क्लियर नहीं करेगा, बस वैसे ट्रिगर डिसिप्लिन करते बैठ। Sage 70.
रुक जाओ।
माँ सामने सामने।
अरे यार
हम्म।
मैं इसके हेड
तू रिवाइव दे सकता था किसी को। एक आध राउंड तो जीतते। अपना रीना देखना कैसे स्कोप खोल के बैठा है। Heaven, 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 heaven.
Last player standing. One enemy remaining. Spike down B.
उसके स्मोक में टीपी कर ले।
ये स्किन पे ले जा रहा है।
Brain dead.
ओए राउंड खत्म हुआ बता
साइड पे ही है
देना,
भाई,
मैं
साइड।
देखता हूँ।
हाँ बताता हूँ।
Spike planted.
अल्ट कर ले, लास्ट राउंड है। अल्ट 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 अल्ट।
Shadows traveling. Not there.
पीछे पीछे आएगा टीपी होके। टाइम नहीं है। हेलो अद्वैत, हाफ खत्म हो गया। हेलो हेलो।
Switching sides. Match point.
They don't have a single
भाई 1v1 में आ जा, तेरे को भर दूंगा।
आवाज
आइसो भाई, तेरे को ज्यादा बन रहा है ना आइसो। 1v1 में आजा, हरा दूंगा तेरे को आइसो। 1v4 कर जाऊंगा। इस गेम के बाद आ। आइसो आना भाई, डर गया क्या?
I will rip their hearts out.
Over there.
ये आइसो को औकात बता दूंगा।
Show me a target. Be stabilized.
बढ़िया मारा।
Watching you. Reloading. Watching.
हट 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 हट।
शेरिफ है।
आइसो साइड पे आइसो। लेफ्ट।
Spike down B.
Reloading. Watching you.
Reloading.
रेज आया राइट से हेवन से।
अरे ये कहाँ से आ रही है उड़ के?
आइसो पार्टी इनवाइट ले।
Last player standing. Defenders win.
आइसो पार्टी इनवाइट आ। अद्वैत के हराते आइसो को। हेलो अद्वैत, मेरे को अद्वैत ओए अद्वैत। हेलो अद्वैत, हेलो हेलो। हेलो
Let's go. Careful of the edges. Not sure if I could catch her in time if you fell off. I mean, I'd try, of course.
हेलो 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 हेलो। मैं इसके साथ कस्टम में, और यार ये नियॉन लिया, मैं चीट्स ऑन करना भूल गया।
हेलो हेलो
हेलो हेलो, आवाज नहीं आ रही क्या? हेलो हेलो।
हाँ हाँ बोलो बोलो बोलो।
हेलो बोल।
हाँ बोलो
हाँ
हेलो
आ रही है ना
बोलो।
आवाज?
हाँ आ रही है, मैं डिस्कॉर्ड में आओ।
हाँ आ रहा हूँ।
Blocking sight. Race it to the spike sites.
ये क्या शेरिफ में बॉडी बॉडी खेल रहा है यार? हेलो
बोलो बोलो।
हाँ डिस्कॉर्ड आता हूँ ना।
हाँ कौन सी सेटिंग्स है जिसमें ओवर ऐप ओवरले
क्या?
ऐप ओवरले जो है वो कहाँ है? नहीं
वो डिस्कॉर्ड था, एक मिनट ना।
I hate to say it, but probably best to play as a
एक मिनट,
team.
सेटिंग्स में जाओ।
So, what's the plan?
एक मिनट ना। ओवरले, हाँ गेम ओवरले है ना, एक्टिविटी सेटिंग्स में डिस्कॉर्ड के ऐप में जाओ।
Let's go.
एक्सेसिबिलिटी में नहीं मिला।
Outrun me.
Last round in the half.
We lose everything after this. Spend it.
हो गया हो गया
हो गया।
हाँ। अब वैलो अगर मैंने तो भी हमें डिस्कॉर्ड ओपन किया हुआ हो
हाँ।
तो पुश भी तो करूँगा तो वो होगा क्या?
सेटिंग्स में जाओ।
हाँ ठीक है।
वैलो के डिस्कॉर्ड में कर, डिस्कॉर्ड के ऐप में कर।
Let's go.
नेक्स्ट प्ले लगाए हो क्या कभी?
Looks like I was the stronger one.
Switching sides.
वो ना 2 राउंड है शेरिफ में पे बॉडी स्पैम कर करके जीत गया यार। नियॉन में ना ऐसे इधर से उधर डैश करता है और सिर्फ शेरिफ स्पैम कर रहा है। हेलो डिस्कॉर्ड खोला?
Need a drop.
हेलो हेलो अवधेक, हेलो हेलो अवधेक, हेलो हेलो हेलो।
लिया कर लिया कर लिया।
एक एक्टिविटी सेटिंग्स करके उसमें गया, ऐप ओवरले
सब कर लिया, आप आ जाओ।
बढ़िया। हाँ एक मिनट ना आ रहा हूँ। डिस्कॉर्ड में कॉल पे आ जा। अच्छा तेरा अकाउंट तो वही होगा ना?
Keep them out.
हाँ वही है।
जनरल आ जा।
Aw, thought you'd try harder. You get a pick, we move in. Got it?
मनसर भी अगर मैं वैलो में टीका वाके बात
Stay safe.
और आएगी क्या?
हेलो हेलो हेलो
हेलो हेलो।
बोल बोल।
अरे मैं वैलो में अंदर टी दबा के बोलूंगा तो उसमें आएगी क्या आवाज?
There you are.
Match point.
I'm amped. Let's go.
वैलो
I
में
got
टी
things
दबाएगा
to
तो
do.
आएगी आवाज, आनी चाहिए। हेलो हेलो हेलो। अद्विक तू कहाँ जा रहा है? हेलो।
हेलो हेलो।
हाँ अरे डिस्कॉर्ड में बात करना।
पर आवाज आ रही थी।
डिस्कॉर्ड में आवाज आना। मतलब
Keep
डिस्कॉर्ड
up.
में बात करना।
हाँ बहुत। मेरी आवाज आई अभी मैं बोला था
क्या?
मैं अभी बोला था आवाज आई थी क्या?
आई थी आई थी।
We got this.
अच्छा ठीक। इसका गेम लीव करो ना।
गेम 1 मिनट ना। अरे मैं जीत रहा हूँ बस। ये ना अरे नियॉन में स्पैम कर रहा है यार। बिना फैंटम के ना ऐसे मिड डैश में ना स्प्रे नहीं कनेक्ट होते। मैं शेरिफ यूज कर रहा हूँ, मैं क्या करूँगा? लिटरली ऐसे बॉड ये एक डैश करता है, 2 शेरिफ के शॉट देता है, तीसरा डैश करता है, मार देता है शेरिफ से बॉडी बॉडी।
Last one down.
Defenders win.
Too easy.
हाँ
मैं अभी डिस्कॉर्ड में इसमें कनेक्ट हो गया हूँ आपसे, तो अब इसको डिस्कॉर्ड को क्लोज कर दूँ।
किससे? हाँ कर दे।
मतलब इसमें
पार्टी चैट ऑफ कर दे।
हाँ ठीक है। मैंने उसको पिक कर दिया।
हाँ
मैंने
बोल बोल। हेलो 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 डिस्कॉर्ड पे आना।
हाँ डिस्कॉर्ड में आ रहा हूँ, पर क्या कहते हैं वो ऐसा आइकन नहीं दिखाते नाम के साथ, वो नहीं दिखा रहा है।
नाम के साथ क्या? हेलो नाम के साथ क्या अद्विक?
उसको क्लोज करने से मतलब टॉप राइट और लेफ्ट कॉर्नर पे आता है ना नेम्स,
हाँ
वो नहीं आ रहा, तो इसके लिए गेम ओवरले ऑन कर लेता हूँ।
पर फिर तू बोलता है वो अपने आप बार बार चालू हो जाता है।
मैं ऐसे की पे कर दूंगा ना उसको बाइंड की, क्या कहते हैं, मैं जिसको दबाता हूँ।
देख ले। हाँ कर ले।
हाँ ठीक है 2 मिनट। कर दो।
यश ये वैलो में लोग गेम हार के ऐसे रोक के क्यों भाग जाते हैं? हेलो अद्विक कुणाल भी आ रहा है। हेलो कुणाल भी आ रहा है।
मैं तब तक वो कर लूँ।
हाँ कर ले।
2 मिनट को।
अरे यश सुनना अभी ना इधर देख इधर देख इधर देख। ये ना एक बंदा है।
अरे लीव क्यों हो गया वो?
यश अभी अनरेटेड में एक बंदा इतना गंदा हरा है ना, वो खुद को ज्यादा ही प्रो समझ रहा था, पता नहीं। हाँ हाँ अरे इतनी गंदी टीम आई थी, पता है। अरे मेरे को सब देख के मार दे रहे थे, मैं क्या करूं? मेरी किस्मत है। हमें पे 4 बंदे घुसते और आईसो वाला भोसड़ी का वो पता नहीं क्या कर रहा था। आईसो वाला अपना टीम का आईएसओ और ब्रेन रेट था।
आवाज आ रही है में?
डीसी में आवाज नहीं आ रही।
छोड़ो आप वैल्यू में उसको बाइंड कर लेना।
हाँ इसी में बात कर ले, अभी इसी में स्टार्ट कर दे। यश अब तो एसी चालू कर यार। यश कर देना प्लीज ना। यश मेरे को पूरा हटाना पड़ेगा ना।
मैं 2 मिनट आया ना।
मैं कर देता ना यार यश प्लीज ना, मजबूरी नहीं होती तो। डम एज सॉरी 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 सॉरी। हाय 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 शुक्र हाय। हाँ बिंगी चलेंगी।
Match found.
मैं क्या खेलूं?
हेलो 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 हेलो
हेलो हेलो हेलो हेलो हेलो।
हाँ
Let's go.
मैं क्या खेलूं? मैं ये लूं क्या? सोवा
कुछ भी ले ले।
कुणाल तो कुछ बोल।
कैश कुछ बोल अद्वैक बोल रहा है। तुम लोग कैसे एजेंट शफल कर रहे हो?
और तू स्काई ले ले।
हाँ चेंबर ले लिया हेड पे हेड ऐसे बस प्रैक्टिस करना।
मनसू भी आप सही में जेट में हो कि क्या ऐसे ही ले रहे हो?
जेट में ही नहीं हूँ।
ओ
डक से
आप लोगों का लेवल स्क्रीन आ गया क्या?
हाँ कब से? यश नहाया धोया?
ओए अच्छी टीम आई है।
नहीं लग रही।
लेवल 1 लाइफ में 50 मेरा मैक्स लेवल है। मैं 50 के ऊपर आज तक नहीं गया। 56 मैंने इतना डाउन था मेरे मेन अकाउंट में।
Any of you die, I'll be vexed. So just keep alive, yeah?
फिर भी मैं ना कॉम्प की जगह अनरेटेड खेलते रहा।
हाँ और यार जल्दी लोड ले लिया इस बार।
ओए दो वरना क्या यूजुअली मेरा जब सबका लोड होता तब
कुणाल 2 मिनट के लिए गया है।
ये लोटस का वो इतना ब्राइट है, मेरे को ना मेरे FPS तक ही गिरे थे।
नेट अच्छा रेज नहीं
Scanning
होते।
ahead.
ब्रीच आ सकता, ब्रीच का ब्रीच की उठे अच्छा नहीं आएगी।
Gun here.
Shock dart.
Spike down A.
साइड पे नहीं ऑन।
I have the spike.
स्पाइक ले लिया मैं प्लांट दे रहा हूँ सब।
Enemy spotted.
जेट चेयर्स।
Shock dart.
वो नियॉन लो
Flag planted.
One enemy remaining.
अरे मैं 10 HP हूँ यार, ये FK और
डोर ओपन कर दो, डोर ओपन कर दो।
कुछ नहीं होगा। बैक कर
पिन करो, स्पाइक पिन करो।
Last player
अरे
standing.
यार ये क्या करूँ मैं?
Clutch.
अद्वैक रीमेक का डाले तो
Their
कैंसिल कर
jet
देना
has
ना,
nothing on me. I got her.
हाँ
कुणाल आएगा।
अरे एक बंदों ने वो कर दिया, मैं तो वो किया था कर रहा था बाय। ये बंदे लोग रीमेक नहीं करेगा अपन के साथ
Revealing area.
Someone down.
हाँ
ब्रीच है।
उनकी जेट नहीं
Embarrassing.
बची।
Going up.
Last player standing. Spike down A.
द फक भाई मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ? अरे जेट को 93 का हेड पड़ा यार।
This is crazy.
केजे
It
को
feels
भी
like
एक
we've been
93
doing
का
this
पड़ा
forever.
शायद।
Anyone
हाँ।
else feel like that? Just me? Okay.
ओए अद्वैक रीमेक क्यों कर रहा है?
हाँ
रीमेक क्यों करवा रहा है?
आप तो बोले थे
मैं बोला रीमेक का वोट डाले तो नो करना।
Reloading.
वो हमको लगा ये
अच्छा नहीं बोला था कुणाल आएगा तो इसलिए रीमेक का वोट डाले तो नो कर देना। इजीली जीत जाएंगे, बस पुश मत करो।
हाँ ठीक है मैं रिकॉन डाल
स्लो खेलो। हाँ रिकॉन डाल, अच्छा डाल, नहीं तो लाइनअप देख ले 2 सेकंड।
Scanning ahead.
फोन होगा ना आसपास।
उनकी जेट मार का
बैक स्टैब।
Freak.
नाइट वन ब्रीच।
Last player
अरे यार
standing.
वो ना आप ही नहीं करते तो उसका नाम देखो यार।
फ्लैश करके पीक कर। अरे ये आयरन है क्या?
Come on, Jet. Me and you, we never lose. Let's do this.
ए चलो मरो मत बस। कोई ना, ऐसे भी हार जाएंगे, ऐसे खेलेंगे तो।
बी चलो।
ये ना अच्छा वो
अरे अनडेटेड एक ही साइड चलते हैं ना, अपन को जीतने से क्या
ये
मतलब।
ऑफ कर रहा है ना, ऑफिंग ऑफिंग।
अच्छा हाँ
Overtake them.
हाँ कर रहा हूँ सब मत रिकॉन डालू कि नहीं?
मत डाल मत डाल मत डाल मत डाल। अद्वैक रिकॉन मत डालना, पता चल जाएगी सारी।
ड्रोन का
उनका ब्रीच लेफ्ट में।
Areas there. That's
वाओ।
Spike down B.
it. Revealing area.
Last player
द
standing.
फक। एंटी एंटी एंटी।
Act on my intel. Don't give them time to reposition.
और स्पॉन कैंप करे, मैं लाइक फेक रिकॉन डालूंगा।
स्पॉन कैंप जो करना है कर यार, अपन हार जाएंगे ऐसे
My
ही
ult is
वैसे।
ready.
अरे उनका भी कोई एफ के क्या, जीत जाएंगे इजीली।
हाँ, अब ठीक, उनका केजे गया।
मैं अगले राउंड में राइफल लूंगा।
नहीं, इनके ले सकते।
Let us hunt.
मैं इस राउंड में ऐसे ही बस शेरिफ ओनली कर रहा।
Blinding.
Scanning ahead.
ऑप है, जंप पीक करो ना नमूनो। फिनिक्स अपन को फ्लैश करने वाला है।
I am the hunter.
Spike down A.
देखे देखे।
मेरे पे रोटेट।
अरे यार ऑप है कितनों पे। ओमन टीपी हो गया ना लेफ्ट में, वो पिलर पे पीछे पीछे। तेरे वाले पिलर पे नहीं, हाँ इस पे, हाँ जेट वाले पे। हाँ बढ़िया बढ़िया, आया बीच मार कोई ना एंटी।
इसमें बॉडी वाला मार दिया एक्चुअली।
Win. Show me where to go.
उनको बस पीक मत दो, वो बार बार ऑप उठाने वाले हैं।
Reloading.
मैं फैंटम में भी वैंट।
Reloading.
वो टीम से किसी का बॉल तो लगा। वो ना।
Behind me.
चलो।
Go up my dog.
अपने पास स्मोक्स नहीं है ना।
Watch your eyes. Someone's A. Come on, let's go.
Neon one shot.
Yikes. One enemy remaining.
Neon भी है।
मैं अपनी टीम के साथ क्रॉस करता हूं। ये कुणाल के पास कौन सा क्रॉस है?
पता नहीं, वो तो बता के यूज करता है। बी आ जाओ, नहीं सी प्लांट कर दे। ब्रीच
सी
मैं वेस्ट कर रहा था। अरे मेरी है। बोल
They aren't impervious. We can do this.
मिनिमा कौन?
एक यूट्यूबर।
अच्छा, वो देखो कौन सा यूट्यूबर स्किन दिया CS:GO में।
Need a drop.
अरे एक मॉलिक स्नैक करके पता नहीं 5 के सब
उसकी दिया क्या, वो SG 553 की। अरे उनका एक और बंदा AFK गया।
Scanning ahead.
क्या हो रहा है?
नहीं मन
113 कौन? प्लांट कर।
Off your feet.
स्टेयर्स होगा।
तो आपको पता है ब्रीच के इसे डॉज कर सकते हैं।
दोनों साइड।
One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
इसे
Spike
वो
down.
जाओ जल्दी जाओ
I got the spike.
हाइट किया है उसने।
And I wasn't even trying.
You man ready for a light show?
Need a drop.
Reloading.
2x2।
Reloading.
पकड़ मेरे पे तो वैसे है। ब्रीच को बोल फुल शील्ड दे।
ब्रीच फुल शील्ड बाय कर।
अंदर पीक मत करना, जंप पीक कर लो कम से कम।
Revealing area.
सब बैक टैप पे खेल रहे हैं।
अरे यार
Last player standing. Spike down A.
ऊपर उसको नाइस नाइस।
भाई कहाँ गिरा के आए हुए हैं?
वहाँ पे अपना फीनिक्स मूव कर।
मैं मिस कर गया।
तो अपनी टीम वाले वो मैं ना आपके पीछे वाले मारने गया।
Okay, my arms are good. We can go.
कर क्या रहा है? अपना ब्रीच स्पाइक से लेवल कर रहा है।
I need a drop.
तो बोलो कि बाय दे सकते हो मैं गार्डियन मिलता मान।
Okay.
No surely.
फैक्टर दे सकते हो नहीं कर रहा।
Revealing area.
एक रिकॉन से ले लो एक करो।
अद्वैत कैसे रिकॉन डाल रहा है?
करो ड्रोन कर।
ऑफ कर रहा है। अरे यार क्या है? Neon backstab.
Spike down A. Last player standing.
क्या हुआ अद्वैत?
मैंने बहुत ही गंदा
Blinding. Nice try.
एक और फ्लैश करने वो।
Flash out. Clearing out.
सेम एंगल होल्ड कर रहा होगा।
One enemy remaining. 30 seconds left.
गन चेंज कर ली।
नहीं सुनी।
फॉल्ट लाइन आने दे। एंटी
New fight, new tactics. Keep it fresh, yeah.
मैं को ना अपना एम करना है वो मैं फॉलो
Keep up.
Going up.
फीनिक्स ने क्या वॉल करी?
Scanning ahead.
Oops.
Reloading.
टीच रेडी है उनका।
पीछे आने का।
बैक स्टैब होंगे हाँ।
चलो रोटेट कर लो।
रिधान देख के। रिधान बोल रहा हूँ अद्वैत। भाई तू देख के रहना।
One enemy remaining.
Yikes. That sucks.
I'll outshine all their radius.
Oh, ये अपना भी स्टॉक की है।
Reloading.
My ult is ready.
Reloading.
मेरे को अभी फाइनली खेल के बन रहा है थोड़ा सा।
This is gonna be fun.
अद्वैत रिकॉन थोड़ा सा लेट डालना अभी तो। अरे तू फेंक दिया।
Come on, let's go. Flash.
अरे फीनिक्स कौन सी टीम पे है?
Someone's A.
मैं इधर आ गया।
ये रैंडमली कुणाल एएफके से कैसे आ जा रहा है?
Right there.
बैक स्टैब देखना।
Watch your eyes.
साइड पे जाओ, मैं बैक स्टैब देख रहा हूँ। साइड पे जाओ।
Stay down.
अच्छा मारा। उनको ओमेन शायद एएफके है।
अरे क्लोज क्लोज।
One enemy remaining. Last
शायद
player
ओमन को hit किया है।
standing.
अरे ओमन है क्या?
वेट वेट वेट, प्लांट
देख रहा
डिस्कस
हूँ।
करना, डिस्कस करना। नहीं नहीं, हेवन है।
ड्रॉप आएगा शायद तक।
ड्रॉप आया, ड्रॉप आया। वेट वेट, पीक मत दे, पीक मत दे।
हाँ
इसलिए बोल रहा हूँ, पीक मत।
टाइम हो गया ना।
नाइस
Clutch.
नाइस।
अरे ये एक गोटे वाला कहाँ से आया?
Last round before the switch.
Buy the best guns you can.
मैं अच्छा टाइम निकाल लिया थोड़ा, और वहाँ पे टाइम वेस्ट कर दिया। मैं एक मिनट कुणाल को कॉल कर दूँ। नीचे वह
Need a drop.
किसको
एक
चाहिए?
बार बाय दे।
Thanks.
अरे यार ब्रीच को 140 करते हैं।
Revealing area.
अच्छा डाला। अरे हाँ ये अच्छा।
Get out of my way.
नहीं यार देख के।
Reloading. Reloading.
Enemy spotted.
ए पे डिफ हो जाएगा, जल्दी पहुंच भाई सीने में।
बी पे बी।
One enemy remaining.
डिफ हो रहा है।
Last player standing.
आराम से टाइम निकाल ले, 2 फ्लैश करके उसको बस ऐसे फेक कर दे। फ्लैश डाल। नाइस वन।
Doubt me again.
Switching sides.
We doing this or what?
मैं शायद मेरे को नहीं चाहिए वो क्या कहते हैं। कुणाल को बैन लगने वाला है।
पता है।
मैं ना ये पिलर दिख रहा है वहाँ पे बाउंस करा के रिकॉर्ड डाल रहा हूँ, ठीक है? ठीक है यहाँ।
Right here.
हाँ मैं भी बैठा हूँ। यश आना ऊपर खेलने।
Enemy spotted A.
यश द फक यार। हाँ हेलो यश। हेलो यश हेलो।
Last player standing.
हेलो पापा। हेलो आप हो क्या पापा? मेरे को आवाज नहीं आ रही अच्छे से। हेलो यश।
Is mine. Let's do this.
छोड़ो यार। हेलो।
मैं पेन रिकॉर्ड डालूंगा पर पीछे से।
Repel them.
Scanning ahead.
बहुत बढ़िया।
Enemy spotted A.
आगे पुश करे, बीच में फ्लैश करे।
वो ले रहा है वो क्या कहते हैं अभी है।
अरे क्या स्पैमर्स है यार।
मैंने ना फ्रेंडली कंटेंट मारा ब्रीच को।
This place is nice, but not nice enough to die in. Let's win and get out of here.
ये ओमन ना यहाँ स्मोक डाल दे रहा है वरना मैं अपने पे से जो
अपन 4v4 कैसे हार रहे हैं यार? अद्वैक तू ना शॉक डार्ट डालते रहा कर जहाँ पे लगे ना बंदे हैं। अब ये लोग सी जाएंगे शायद तक। नहीं आ रहे होंगे तो आ गए, कहीं और गए, दूसरी साइड कोई सी।
कोई नहीं रिटेक कर। डीप होगा शायद। जेट गन से गन कर।
सी
Spike planted.
मैं ना कॉलेज से डन को निकलता था सोवा के बाद
ब्रीच फ्लैश दे। ब्रीच पिलर के पीछे।
One enemy remaining.
ओमन स्मोक वाटरफॉल स्मोक में। बढ़िया। मैं वहाँ पे अपड्राफ्ट नहीं करता ना, मार देता ब्रीच को भी। अरे क्या कर रहे हो? हेलो हाँ, क्या कर रहा था तू ब्रीच के साथ वहाँ पे?
Gun here.
क्लासिक यार ना बहुत। तो बोल।
नहीं चाहिए। ब्रीच फुल शील्ड से।
Careful now.
Scanning ahead.
वहाँ कहाँ शॉक डार्ट फेंका थे तूने?
अरे नहीं होगा तो
साइड पे आ रहा।
Reloading.
पीछे आ।
Spike down A.
रबल ब्रीच और जेट रबल। जेट रबल।
Spike down A.
गेट खोलो, पुश करो जेट पे।
One enemy remaining.
भाई तेको खेलना है। स्पाइक सामने। ये झूठ भी बोल सकते हैं ना, इनको ओमन आता जाता रहता है।
दिखा रहा।
Stay taut as a bowstring. The fight commences.
हाँ, पिंग कर रहे हैं।
अजय प्रिया सी चले जा, खाली छुट्टी अगले राउंड में मैं चला जाऊंगा।
Gun here.
अद्वैत
Tak. Gun here.
Keep up.
किसी को स्किन चाहिए क्या?
Careful now.
सी है।
देख लिया।
अरे ए है शायद, लेट पुश है।
Reloading.
Off your feet.
हट जा पीछे आ जा। हाँ
मेरे को कैसे ना बॉडी ब्लॉक कर दिया।
One enemy remaining.
सॉरी यार।
कोई ना
वो भी हुआ था।
नहीं हो गया था।
Level head until we're home, yes? Good.
अद्विक अल्ट ले ले, एक किल के बाद फिर तेरा आ जाएगा। और ले ले। हेलो अद्विक, अल्ट ऑफ ले ले।
रिक्वेस्ट हुआ है।
आउटलॉ से अच्छा मेरे से गन ले ले अद्विक।
सो रिक्वेस्ट फॉर गन अल्ट।
मेरे से बाय ले ले अद्विक। हेलो
I got you, bruv.
हाँ मेरे को।
सब पे पैसे है।
Careful now.
Revealing area.
तीनों चिपक के खेलेंगे अब तो।
अभी बी में भी प्लांटिंग।
Spike planted.
मैं मर गया
Last player standing.
अपन 3v4 हार गए lol.
Come on, get me in the line of fire. I need a drop.
मैंने कैरेट लेके अपने राइट पंप पे रखा इस बार में।
Let's go.
भाई शील्ड्स तो ले लो.
push.
Scanning ahead.
Jet trouble. Reach मार. 120 जेट मार सामने है. फिनिक्स से बहुत गंदी वॉल करी.
सब अल्टेड
Stay down.
One enemy remaining.
बढ़िया. वो किसको अल्ट कर रहा है भाई?
Just let them try to catch me.
अरे मेरे को बहुत गंदे मैंने आइल कर दी थी कमांड जाते तो.
मैं बी मेन से उनको पुश कर रहा बैक शैब.
वो मैंने रैंडल ड्रॉप किया तो मैं ऐसे करूं. चल हो गया मेरा काम. किसी को रैंडल की होगी आप पढ़ी ना.
Stay
और
safe.
आपकी होगी तो मेरे को मांग लेना.
बिल्कुल.
C.
Spike down. C.
रीच मारना भाई.
One enemy remaining.
राइट में ओमन आ गया. बढ़िया.
Okay, which gun to pick this time?
ओ मना तो क्या यहाँ पे एक वैंडल ड्रॉप कर दो क्या?
क्या?
यहाँ पे एक वैंडल ड्रॉप कर दो मुझे पहुँच पे.
हाँ कर दे रहा हूँ.
Hold those angles.
हाँ ठीक है.
सी है शायद. मैं विफ कर गया. शिट. जेट साइड पे.
Spike down. B. Last
Jet
player
backstab.
standing.
Maybe C. Oh.
Spike's here.
ओ भाई.
One enemy remaining. Spike
Fashion,
down.
fashion.
B.
एंटी.
I'll do my job, you do yours.
इजीली ही जाएंगे यार. बस अपन को वेव नहीं करना है.
हाँ.
ए पे बंदे देखे तो बोलना.
अरे मेरा ध्यान कहीं और था मार दी.
अरे
इसको बोल ड्रॉप जाए.
One enemy remaining.
think breach.
Spike down.
कहाँ
A.
है? बढ़िया. मेरा अल्ट गलती से हो गया.
What do you say, drone? Ready to stretch your wings?
अर्थक बाय मांग ले ब्रीच से.
Need a drop.
मैं तो ऐसे ही जाता हूँ पानी में।
Let's fly.
Scanning ahead.
Ah shit. नहीं 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 अर्पित नहीं.
That's done.
That's
Watch your eyes.
Last player
oh
standing.
my god, bro.
अरे क्या कर रहा है फीनिक्स? तूने क्या अल्ट लॉल एनटीएमबी?
Match point.
Okay, we know the drill. Stick to your roles and we'll crush it.
Request.
Need a drop.
मेरे को revive
साइड पे
नहीं
चलेगा
यार।
तो ठीक मतलब
मैं बस strong इतना कर दूँ यार।
मैं तो पूरा पुश कर लेंगे जेट आ जाओ I'll use it.
Careful now.
सीना भाग रहा है.
Revealing area.
Come on, let's go.
Get out of my way!
Someone's A. Going up.
मैं पहले ही बोल सकता हूँ बी निकल रहे हो लोग.
Someone's A.
Let me tell.
बी आ रही है. मैं क्या विफ कर रहा है यार.
Reloading.
My ult's ready.
अरे यार
Spike down B.
अद्भुत 1v3 करना है. मैं कुणाल कैसे खेलूं क्या?
planted.
1 मिनट खेलता हूँ.
Last player standing. Attackers win.
Hi! I'm pissed!
हेलो 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 हेलो. हेलो हेलो हेलो
हेलो
हेलो. हाँ बोल.
वो बैन नहीं लगा कुणाल को?
पता नहीं बट ट्राई कर.
नहीं लगा है।
अनरेटेड लगा.
मैं लॉन्च करने जा रहा है टीडीएम।
स्विफ्टली लगा दे.
मैं जाता मैं थोड़ा खा के आता हूँ।
आ
फिर खेल सकता हूँ थोड़ा।
हाँ.
That he is proving something, but the clip is after my video. Guys, do you understand?
I was saying, I'll go ahead and prove that it's there
Match
right now,
found.
real quick, before getting into why. Of course, advertising Fansly, OnlyFans, or anything in front of an audience that has younger children on it, it's always going to be not a great decision. It's one of the...
Imagine how many people fell for this. Look at Asmongold's reaction.
I don't understand. What? I'm being left more confused than the first time I watched Inception when I was but a young whippersnapper. What is the point you're making here? All I was saying is a lot of the comments were calling me out for never even saying that it was bad, which is just wrong, and why I said you must have missed the clip, so I just proved that it is in that clip that is already on your fucking channel. That is what I was saying, is that I did say that QT Cinderella and OnlyFans or Fansly promotion is not a good decision. That is me calling it bad. So I was just saying that you might have missed it, and I was just proving that it is there in the content you posted. I did see it. That's the only thing I was saying. This has nothing to do with a timeline. This was talking about the people that were saying I never even said it was bad, when I did.
And from the false lens. He then lies about Fansly having a lot of obstacles.
So I do that as a very different thing than a lot of people, because if you get a QR code, you still don't immediately get porn. There's already a lot of degrees of separation and a lot of obstacles to go through.
What happens? This is crazy that this website is being promoted in front of hundreds of thousands of children because as soon as I go to the homepage, I am instantly greeted with an open vagina despite the account being underage.
This is the most disgustingly manipulative part of her entire video here, because if she goes forward in this clip, I then go on to say that I didn't have the knowledge that Fansly wasn't secure and that it didn't actually have any safeguards in place to prevent under 18-year-olds from accessing the content on its site. I was under the assumption that there was ID verification and a lot of obstacles in order to go through in order to set up your account. In that video that she is playing, I said that these things turned out to be false, and I was wrong. That it is actually easy for anyone to have an account there that is underage and access the content. But I didn't know that prior. Now, the whole point I was making with this statement, this section here, is that there is still a degree of separation between Aiden Ross just bringing up full-blown porn, we're talking fully penetrative fucking goat seed porn on stream, versus the Fansly advertisement, which had no nudity at all. The point I was making is they were different in that they weren't just the exact same thing done by two different people. Granted, they are both sexual content for sure. The Fansly advertisement was not full-blown porn right in the viewer's face right off rip. Thus, I was arguing it is different. Now, it's very clear to me MewKitty has never even bothered to do the bare minimum of scanning that QR code during the Fansly advertisement. She's using a different video to try and make her point for her without doing even just a little bit of work. If you scan that QR code, I'll show you exactly what happens. This is the first thing that pops up. This is like the peanut butter and jelly of safeguards, the most inefficient shit ever. Are you 18? Yes or no, basically. But this is already something that contradicts a lot of what people were saying, where there was no 18 plus at all. If you scan the QR code, you immediately get fucking porn. That is not true. That's not a point MewKitty was making, but I do want to address that. It's not like you just scanned that and immediately got porn. You did have this same safeguard that apparently Kit has, that a lot of people said is why the Aiden Ross situation is actually not as bad as this, because at least there was an 18 plus warning. Well, there is an 18 plus warning here too, so they're very similar in that regard. Now, once you enter, you're still not getting porn. You then go to this, like, Twitter thing. It's like some kind of Fansly Twitter thing, where if you scroll down, you still don't get porn. You get their little red carpet interview moments. Then, if you go to the very first link there, then you go to the actual Fansly site, and once again, you still don't get nudity. Now, the pictures are more sexual, but still, the nudity is blurred out. In order to actually access the porn, you have to claim the subscription and then make an account or sign in with Twitch. There is a lot more you have to go to get the porn out of the Fansly advertisement versus the Aiden Ross just pulling up the porn as a jump scare in front of the entire fucking audience out of nowhere. That's the point I was making. These are two very different situations, but did have commonality that makes them both bad. But I still believe the Aiden Ross quality is worse. You don't immediately get the porn from the Fansly advertisement, and it's not exactly 2 clicks away, but it is still extremely easy to access and has no real age verification in place to ensure that your account is 18 plus. If you sign in with Twitch, it just kind of fucking takes them at their word, like, Scout's Honor, you're 18 plus, I believe you, and then gives you the porn, which is a problem. That is an issue, and that was not knowledge I had prior to the whole situation here. I was under the impression that no kids could really access it due to like actual safeguards that would ensure only 18 plus were using it, like an ID check or something. But that is not the case, which is why I've admitted I was wrong about it. But they are still two very different situations where you don't immediately get porn out of the Fansly advertisement versus literally getting shown porn with the Aiden Ross moment. But that does not excuse the QT Fansly promotion. It is still bad. We are on the same side. I don't know why she can't see this.
He lies about now saying a statement immediately, which indicates to the viewer that he did say one, when he never did. God, when he just said that anyone can access and you only need your Twitch account.
Is completely different than an advertisement to a platform which does have porn, but a lot of things that they'd have to do in order to access it.
Then ends the video with saying neither is great.
Classic Mew Kitty. She leaves out the part in that video where I admit I was wrong about not knowing how easy it was to access. Because it helps her point if she leaves that shit out. I said it in the video, I have just addressed it again here. There are more things you have to go through in order to access porn from the Fansly advertisement as opposed to Aiden Ross just putting the porn right in your fucking face and shaking it around, but neither are good. I also was under the assumption that Fansly was only accessible to 18 plus after you verified your age. I don't use the platform. I thought you had to verify you were 18 plus in order to even get to the pornographic content. Thus, I thought it was even harder for children to have got porn out of that advertisement if they weren't of age. Not only would they have had to leave the platform to get it, they would then have to verify their age and make an account for it.